Hi my beautiful people and welcome back. So for today's video, as you guys can see, I am in full glam. So for today's video, I did want to do a really soft diffused blue eyelid, but yet has a pop of shimmer on the eyelid and a pop of like a frosty white color in the inner corner with a really nude glossy lip. I absolutely love how this look came out. So if you want to see how I achieved this look right here, then you know what to do and just keep on watching. Hi guys, so to start off, we are going to take my Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and I'm just going to use this to conceal my eyes, which you guys already know because I include this all the damn time. And I'm just going to take my damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to go ahead and just start to blend that out. So as you guys can see, we are going to be doing a blue kind of smoky eye with a little pop of shimmer on the inner corner and on the lid. I had been wanting to do a look like this for like the longest time. Because I had been seeing like a lot of makeup influencers doing like a lot of blue looks, and I think it looks so bomb. So I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to do it. So that's what we went ahead and did today. So now that that is all blended out, this eye look is super simple. I literally just used 3 shades for the entire look, and that is it. So for the main color that we're going to be using, I'm going to be going in with my Let's Do Makeup Live Glam collaboration, and I'm going to be taking What Do You Mean, which is this blue shade right here. I was originally looking for like a lighter blue, but once I put it on, you guys will see that it ends up kind of being already like a light blue color, which I like. So I'm just going to take my Morphe E26 brush, and then I'm just going to literally just apply it to my eyelid first, and then I literally just start to blend that up into my crease. And once I start to blend it up, I originally thought, like I said, that I was going to be like a blue, like a really intense blue color, but it's not. Once I started to blend it like into my crease, it kind of like washed out the intensity of the color, which I liked, again, because I didn't want to do anything too crazy. I just wanted like a wash of blue. So you see how it kind of diffused it, and it doesn't look so intense. Obviously I am gonna go back and forth just to kind of deepen it up a little bit, but this is like only the main shadow that I use for this whole eye look, which is super easy. So again, just tapping it on and then blending it into the crease. And then I do take it out just a little bit, but in a second when I do my eyeliner, that part it's not gonna matter, because as you guys can see, I kind of just cut it off. Well, you can see a little bit right there. I ended up cutting it just to give me like a little bit more of a sharper wing, but you guys can obviously just stop here with the blue shade if you guys don't want to do it too intense. But for this eye, I did go back in a couple of times just to get it to the intensity that I wanted. So that's pretty much just all I'm doing at this point, is just going back and forth with What Do You Mean, just to kind of give it the intensity that I am looking for. And I was going to leave it just matte, so if you want to leave it just matte like this, you can just stop right here and you can just leave it alone. Just apply your lashes and you'll be ready to go. But I wanted to add like a little bit of shimmer on my eyelid just to give it like a frosty kind of color. So that's what I went ahead and I did, was I just added a little bit of a shimmer. Okay, so I think the crease color is okay. What I'm going to do now is just take a little bit more of What Do You Mean and just apply it to my eyelid, just like this. And then just blend it into my crease just a little bit. I feel like you can do this look with a lot of different shadows, like different colors. Like if you want to do just a solid pink color, a solid yellow color, a solid orange color, I feel like it is really easy to create. Okay, so now that we have that down right there, I'm going to take my Morphe M422 brush, and then for that little pop of shimmer that I did mention that I added, I went into my BH Cosmetics Daisy collaboration, and then I take Dream, which is this color right here. This one's like a teal kind of shimmer shade, but it still did the job, and it still gave it like a really nice pop of shimmer. And I think because of the blue base that I have, it doesn't look so much of like a teal color. So then I took Icy, which is the white frosty shade here, and I mixed that one in with Dream, just again to give me a little bit more of a frosty color. So that is pretty much it. That's all I did. Okay, so then now I'm going to take my Morphe ink liner, and I'm going to attempt to do my liner the same because that never goes as planned. Okay, so then what I'll do is I'll take a flat synthetic brush, which is what I use to clean up my brow. I'll take a little bit of my concealer, and then I'll just drag it along the little wing, just to give me a really sharp wing on my eyeliner. So that is it for the eyeliner. I did go a little bit thicker on that eyeliner, but it's okay. So now for lashes, I fell in love again with this lash, which if you see my other video, my previous video, you know what lashes I'm talking about. So I'm going to go in with my Makeup Shack lashes in the style Dubai. And I'm just taking my duo glue and I'm just applying that to the lash band. I need a new lash glue because I'm literally all out. So then while that is drying, I'm going to take my Wander Beauty Unleashed Volume and Curl Mascara. And I'm just going to use that just to just to apply mascara to my lashes. Then you guys know my little trick. I go back into my eyelash glue. Just apply a little bit there and here. So now, moving on, the last shade that we're going to use, I'm going back into the Daisy Marquez NBH Cosmetics palette, and I'm going to take Icy, which is that frosty white color, and then this is just a flat shader brush, really, really small. I just took that shade and applied it to my inner corner, and I was mentioning to my cousin on my, the one that we did that video together, the Get Ready With Us Drinking Edition, I mentioned to her that I feel like when you use frosty white shades like this, I feel like when you have whatever color you do on your eyeshadow, I feel like it changes the actual color of the icy color, if that even makes sense. So like right now, obviously in the palette, it looks like a frosty white shadow, but since I have blue, since I'm putting that shadow on top of like the blue, I feel like it gives it like a blue frosty color, and I feel like it's the same with any other shadow. Like if I were to use a pink shadow, I feel like if I were to use this icy color on top, I feel like it would give me a pink icy color. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like, which is pretty cool, you know, because you don't have to go out and buy like certain colors for certain looks, because if you have that frosty white color, you're able to kind of pull off that look with just that one color. So again, obviously this is what the eyes came out to look like. For primer, I'm going to take my Frankie Rose Cosmetics primer. I did review this one on my previous video if you guys have not checked that out. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this all over my face. So a little update on the Beauty Creations makeup. As I said in my previous video, I did review that foundation as well, and I did tell you guys that I would be back and give you guys like a little update once I wore it throughout the day. It actually held up really, really nicely. The only thing that I did notice was that it started kind of settling into my fine lines right here, my smile lines, which I don't like. I feel like there's only a few foundations that I can wear and I can get away with not having those lines, which is my Frankie Rose Cosmetics one. I think that's the only foundation that I can wear that I know that it's not going to settle into those fine lines, which honestly it doesn't really matter. Not really a big deal because I didn't do it till the end of the night. I mean, I didn't take off my makeup until like 1:30, almost 2 in the morning, so it did hold up pretty nicely throughout the entire night. So I feel like it was a really, really good foundation, and I don't know if I'm going to use that one today. I'm going to stick with my OG Frankie Rose foundation. I probably will just stick with that one just because I know the finish and all of that that's going to give me. Okay, so now for foundation, I am going to take my Frankie Rose foundation in the shade Olive. You guys know this is my Ride or Die foundation. So I'm going to take about 2 pumps. Then I'm going to take my damp beauty blender. I'm obsessed with how my eyes came out. I don't think I've ever done like a solid blue color. but I'm low-key obsessing over it. So, what have you guys been up to? I feel like this whole quarantine thing is like, I feel like now it's getting to everybody because we've been on quarantine for like a long time now. If I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think it was gonna last this long, and it just sucks. Like, it sucks that people, you know, are losing their jobs over this, me included. Like, yeah, we just closed down, but we don't have literally like a set date of when we're coming back to work. And it actually, honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie, it made me appreciate working so much more. Like, I was texting my friend, which is my coworker as well, and I was like, oh my god, you know, like, this sucks. And she's like, honestly, she's like, it did in the beginning, but if you think about it, she's like, we should just take advantage of the time that we have been home, because we do work a lot. Like, if you guys are hairdressers, makeup artists, or anything like in the service field, you guys know that you really don't get that many days off, and you're constantly working, you know, you're standing all day and, you know, whatnot. So when I had told her, like, this sucks, you know, like, whatever, like, we're not working, you know, and she's like, honestly, I just see this time as, like, a little break for us. She's like, yeah, it sucks because we're obviously not working, but, like, just take advantage of it. And it did really honestly made me appreciate work a lot more, because I'm literally home doing nothing, and it just sucks. Like, it really does suck. Now, moving on to concealer, I'm going to take my Too Faced Born This Way, and I'm going to apply it just right here. I think I mentioned in my last video that I did get concealers from Joseph Colors, so I'm kind of excited because, one, I want to try them, and two, I'm kind of over this shade because I feel like I need a little lighter. I mean, on camera it looks like obviously lighter, but I feel like you guys know that I'm more like of a yellow kind of undertone for my concealers, but whatever. Taking again my damp beauty blender. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to blend it out here first as much as I can before I take it up, just because I don't want to take away from the inner highlight. I mean, I can always go back, but just to avoid that, and then I am gonna just blend that out. Okay, so I officially ran out of my Laura Mercier translucent powder, which I'm so sad about, but don't worry because your girl already has one on the way. So I'm going to take my Queen Cosmetics luxury powder, and this is in the shade Coconut. It just looks like this. And when I had first used this one, I was low-key scared because it's like super white, as you guys can see. The Laura Mercier one, it is lighter, but I feel like it has like a yellow kind of undertone. And this one was like obviously just straight white, as you guys can see. And this powder, honestly, it works good. Obviously not as good as my Laura Mercier one, but I like it because it is super, super fine. Like, it feels like when I touch it, like, it doesn't feel like I'm touching anything. Like, it just feels super, super soft. But I'm just gonna take that and then just start to blend that in. If I have to, then I will obviously go back in and apply a little bit more of my inner highlight. But and I think the reason why I was scared to use this one because it was so white is I thought it was gonna leave like a white cast applying it, but it really doesn't. It kind of just blends into my skin, which I like. I haven't used it with like flash like at night or anything, so I don't know how it's gonna hold up, but again, you guys know I just take a little bit more and I just apply it to the rest of my face. So now moving on to bronzer, I'm going to take my Makeup Shack Silhouette Contour Palette. You guys know this is my go-to contour palette. I am going to take Sunkissed and Ashed. This one is my Morphe. Oh, this one doesn't have a number or anything like that, so I don't know. But it's just a angled brush. I did get a new brush from Makeup Shack that I want to try, but for my cheek area. Where did I put it? It's right here. So, okay, Okay, so this is the Makeup Shack T23 brush. I'm just going to take the same colors. This brush is super soft, and I like it because, as you guys can see, it's a little bit tapered, but it feels really, really good. Like, it's really smooth. And I feel like as much product as I were to put on, I feel like it wouldn't leave it too harsh because the bristles are really, like, soft. I'm debating if I want to use blush, just because obviously I do have blue on my eyes. And I don't know how that would look. So now, going back to my bottom lash line, I am going to obviously take that same shade, What Do You Mean? And I'm going to take my Makeup Shack T13 brush, just a really small pointed brush. Do you guys see how initially when I put it, like, it was super, super intense? Watch, like, it gave off, like, a different blue. I feel like that one's not picking up like the other side did. Then I am just going to apply some mascara to my bottom lashes. So now that I'm looking at my face up close, I can see that that powder did leave it a little bit like a white cast. Okay, so we're pretty much all done with everything else. The only thing that we are going to finish off with is the lips. I was going to lip line my lips just because I feel, because I'm going to do it like a really nude gloss. But then I was thinking, I feel like a lip liner is going to kind of take away from it. However, I am going to do it just on the top lip just because I hate my top lip. And I'm going to just lip line that just a little bit with my KKW Beauty Lip Liner in the shade Nude 2. Just like that, just a little bit. And then for gloss, I am going to take my Dose of Colors lip gloss in the shade Rockin, and this is like a really light nude gloss. So that's pretty much it for this entire makeup look. As I said in the beginning, it is super, super simple to create. As you guys just seen, it did not take long whatsoever, but it still looks super, super glam and super beat. And I actually really, really love how this look came out. As I did mention, I had been wanting to do a look like this for a very long time, so I finally had the time to sit down and film that for you guys. So yeah, if you guys do recreate these looks, don't forget to tag me on Instagram. My Instagram is always leave down below, so I will go ahead and obviously link it in the video somewhere, or I will leave it in the description like I always do. So if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow or tag me in your recreations, I would really, really appreciate that, and I would love to see your take on this look. So that is pretty much all I have to say. If you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you guys are not already. And again, make sure to turn on that little bell next to the subscribe button so you guys are notified every single time I upload a new video. And that is all I have to say, and I will see you guys on the next one.